Hi. My name is Purple Pillz, but you can call me Dr. Pillz. People think I am an arsehole. Beeswax. But the thing people don't see is how difficult it is to suffer verbal diarrhea people call thinking. And that's rich coming from me, born with TS. I love the city of Nuttingham, especially the heart, which is where I work. Dog poodle. Sorry, Placebo Hospital. And TS stands for Tourette syndrome. You know that kid standing at the corner of the park with a helmet on his head, screaming obscenities at the trees? Yeah, that's Tourette's. It certainly has exacerbated my attention deficit disorder, which in turn distorts the way I approach patients. You see, I believe that most health conditions are self-inflicted. But to put it nicely, I call it a gross lack of accountability and overindulgence. Case in point.
I can't breathe.
And animals as well, apparently.
Doctor, help. My chest.
More like help your clogged chest, you mean? Help yourself, you... On second thought, don't help yourself. Help the planet instead. Your be a blessing as you into a turd-rich compost in which...
What in the blessed stethoscope is...
I'm afraid I'm having another episode, Professor.
Damn it, Pillz, get a hold of yourself.
For all it's worth, Prof, I need a hand over here. It's an emergency. Her lunch is staging protest against her lungs.
Don't bother, Mrs. Ozel Pillz. Get over here. Don't worry about her. She will be a stunning addition to the morgue's spring collection. Besides, burgers are notoriously unforgiving once they get into your pericardial cavity, Pillz.
My God. No wonder the hospital's been lacking in those for a long time now. What in the world could they be using those for?
Well, if you ask me, Pillz, we could both be here the whole night like two World War II veterans in each other's way, who won't stop saluting each other in the spirit of camaraderie. Normandy! Normandy? D-Day! D-Day? Utah Beach! Utah Beach? 1944. 1944!
Now that's something you don't see every day.
It's a pandemic, Pillz. Next, we would be having children screaming no more adult supervision, if they could afford it. And don't even get me started on those damn viruses posing too much of a threat to our existence and having all the world's funds going into their pockets. I tell you, Pillz, humanity is done for at this point.
With a number of things to loot, I'm wondering the part hydroxychloroquine has to play in all this.
Well, I don't know, Pillz. You'd be amazed how creative people can get about their intoxications.
But this seems different, though. Feels there's something larger at play. I can just feel it.
Well, if there's anywhere to begin the paper trail, Pillz, it's definitely the Mayor Dooless's office. This is probably the most he'll be doing all year, apart from often finding himself at the bottom of that weird drink he's found solace in. Well, if it isn't two of Nottingham's most crooked minds. Well, thank you, Mayor Dooless. I believe it's Peter Doolez. Yeah, right. Mayor Solez. I believe you've been briefed about the recent strange development in Nottingham. And what might that be? Everything seems to be working like a Swiss clock in this town since I became mayor, though. Eclectic that one, my father-in-law. Never ceases to get under my skin, then make up with a drink. A fine man, Speaking of recent developments, Mayor. Not that I'm aware of. Everything seems just right in order, just fine. Yep, just right, if you ask me, just right. I've always loved you more, my beautiful feline purr. I only had to front that couch of a wife to win as mayor, you know, baby. Her father won't have it any other way. He's too powerful. Despite having done his bidding and concealing his dirty Anthro 5-1 project from prying eyes, that prick still won't let me off his pinky finger. Prick. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Pillz?
He's having an affair with a cat?
No, not that.
His father-in-law is having an affair with an anthropomorph?
Damn it, Pillz. Wait a minute. Come again?
Anthropomorph?
Was going to mention that the mayor's drink needed some rigorous scrutinizing. It's having a cocktail party inside his head, but Anthropomorph 5-1 rings a bell so loud I can feel I'm in the Vatican. I once wrote a paper on the possibility of a non-human taking a humanoid form by altering human genetics and using a combination of mTOR inhibitors to prevent organ rejection and corticosteroids to reduce inflammation and suppress autoimmune response. But I never thought it was a real possibility. The outcome of that paper was to be tested in a biotech project code named Anthro 5-1. I actually laughed it off back then when asked to chair the research. Didn't take long before it fell flat on their faces, though. I'd be damned if my paper has any part to play in all this. Otherwise, God help Nuttingham.
Hey, Terria, I've been thinking...
Oh, that's dangerous, Dr. Pillz.
Oh, that's rich. Coming from someone who takes orders from a dumb doctor? I believe there's a word for that. Is it? Or something dangling around the inability to use one's mental capabilities effectively? I've been wondering about the professor's theories on anthropomorphism and its possibilities. Do you think any of it could be slightly related to Nuttingham's recent lootings of the chemical store? I mean, they've been carting away with chemical compositions of various kinds, one of which contains hydroxychloroquine. And just something about the mayor's mention of a certain Project Anthro 5-1 seems to all somehow connect.
That would be a hell of a note to fathom. Though not like people are who they say they are anyway. You'd be surprised at what's already out there that we know nothing about, Doctor.
Do like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to this channel at Dr. Purple Pillz right there on the screen.